Today, I would like to discuss the concealment of the investigation regarding Credit Suisse's detrimental AMC short position. Surprisingly, the parliamentary inquiry into the collapse of Credit Suisse has decided to keep the investigation files locked away for an astonishing 50 years. This prolonged duration is a departure from the usual 30-year period and has raised concerns about corruption and misconduct associated with the bank's bankruptcy. Hey, welcome to AMC Daily. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell so you never miss any of our uploads and also enter our giveaway. But everyone remember, this is not a financial advice video. Investor Turf recently tweeted about the investigation, stating that its files would remain confidential for half a century. In addition, Phil emphasized the need to keep secret the fact that the apes outsmarted them and how they predicted AMC's share price would reach 95 cents before it plummeted. Credit Suisse infamously set a target of 95 cents for AMC's stock, but shortly thereafter, the bank collapsed and had to be rescued by UBS. The Swiss regulators played a significant role in facilitating this rescue, agreeing to cover the initial $16 billion in losses. Although the Swiss government has agreed to shoulder these losses, UBS still anticipates significant losses from unwinding Credit Suisse's positions. An article discussing the Credit Suisse inquiry reveals that its records will be sealed for an extended period of 50 years, a decision that has alarmed Swiss historians due to the unusually high level of secrecy. The objective is to maintain strict confidentiality for an investigation that has garnered substantial public interest. The inquiry will primarily focus on the actions of the Swiss government, the financial regulator, and the central bank leading up to UBS's emergency takeover of Credit Suisse. Essentially, this investigation aims to uncover the knowledge and involvement of the Swiss government, regulator, and central bank in Credit Suisse's downfall. It will expose their awareness of Credit Suisse's toxic positions and their failure to address them. Both the toxic positions and the inaction of the Swiss authorities need to be shielded from public scrutiny. This investigation represents only the fifth of its kind in the country's recent history. The committee of lawmakers conducting the inquiry possesses extensive powers and can summon the Swiss cabinet, finance ministry, and other state institutions for testimony. However, the Swiss Society for History, known as the Absolute Lads, has expressed concerns about the prolonged time frame, arguing that researchers would find the Credit Suisse files invaluable for investigating the banking crisis of 2023. They advocate for timely access to and study of the archive once an appropriate protection period has passed. Historians contend that the records should not be kept secret, as they desire a comprehensive understanding of the events. Surprisingly, the Committee of Investigators places great emphasis on maintaining the confidentiality of its proceedings, including interviews with bankers. All individuals involved, including the commission members and interviewees, are required to maintain strict secrecy. Leaks could hinder their work, undermine their credibility, and harm the Swiss financial center. Clearly, there is something highly suspicious surrounding Credit Suisse's collapse that they are eager to keep concealed in order to protect those involved and preserve their credibility. It is evident that a significant error, or possibly even a flagrantly illegal action, was taken to safeguard Credit Suisse and the Wall Street bankers. This is precisely what the Committee of Investigators seeks to prevent from being exposed. I believe this reluctance to reveal the records is linked to a tweet by Robert, in which he describes how market makers and shorts manipulate the S&P 500, consequently affecting ETFs and perpetuating fraud in meme stocks. According to him, the S&P 500 is artificially supported and shielded from a catastrophic crash to prevent numerous hedge funds from going bankrupt. Such a crash would force these funds to liquidate not only their long positions, but also their short positions, triggering a short squeeze. To avert this scenario, the plunge protection team intervenes daily, suppressing volatility and maintaining stability in the S&P 500. A chart by Markets and Mayhem demonstrates that A-related stocks have been the primary drivers of the S&P 500's performance in 2023. If these AI stocks and the top 7 tech stocks were excluded, the S&P 500 would actually be down over 2% for the year. The plunge protection team manipulates the market to prop up these 7 stocks, thereby boosting the overall market and suppressing both volatility and AMC. By doing so, they effectively bail out hedge funds and prevent their liquidation. Robert also tweeted about the wealthy individuals exiting the market and selling off their stocks. In 2023, several billionaires, including the CEO of Moderna and the Walmart family, have sold off significant amounts of shares. Robert believes that the government is artificially inflating the markets, waiting for all billionaires to offload their stocks before triggering a major market crash akin to the 2008 financial crisis. According to him, AMC, APE, and other meme stocks will then trade based on volatility algorithms rather than the S&P 500, resulting in a substantial drop in the stock market and a surge in volatility, particularly for AMC, GameStop, and other meme stocks. This is evidently what the Swiss government aims to safeguard against by sealing the investigation records for over 50 years. Frank also tweeted about AMC's continuous presence on the threshold securities list for more than 15 consecutive trading days. Despite the expectation that after 13 days, shorts and FTDs, failure to deliver, should be closed out, it is apparent that hedge funds and market makers are simply passing these FTDs among themselves. This maneuver allows one market maker to close their FTE position on, for instance, the 12th day, while another market maker assumes the position, thereby evading prosecution. Although they continue to pass around a relatively small number of real shares, they still lack enough shares to fully cover their short positions. Consequently, they continue to incur significant borrowing fees, losing hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. Stephanie also chimed in, expressing her belief that if the self-reported data on FTDs is already alarming, the actual numbers are likely far worse. Although the SEC may not be enforcing the rules, she asserts that those responsible for these manipulative practices are drowning in their own deception. Consistently, the number of FTDs on AMC has been increasing at a rapid rate. In a recent video, Stephanie predicted that the next spike in FTDs on AMC would surpass 30 million in a single day. The figures have already escalated from 4 million to 6 million, then 12 million, and subsequently 18 million. It is likely to reach 30 million or more in the near future. At some point, these FTDs will become unbearable for market makers, as they will not possess sufficient shares to satisfy them. Furthermore, these shorts are subject to a borrowing fee of a staggering 974%, which is expected to surpass 2,000% and even 3,000% in the future. Stephanie anticipates that the borrowing fee will reach 2,000% in the upcoming week, making it intriguing to observe the trading activity and see how high the fee will climb. Additionally, she eagerly awaits the release of the next FTD data to verify if the number exceeds 30 million in a single day. Stonks Batman, in one of his tweets, exposed the thought process in Wall Street meetings, shedding light on how financial crimes are conceived and rationalized. The conversation between two individuals within this hypothetical scenario discusses committing financial crimes to generate profits. They weigh the potential fines against the vast profits they could amass, ultimately concluding that the fines are insignificant compared to their gains. They decide to proceed as they believe the fines are mere speed bumps that will not hinder their profitability, nor will anyone face any real consequences. This dialogue exemplifies how and why crimes are committed on Wall Street, as the perpetrators are aware that the fines imposed are minuscule in comparison to their illicit gains. Guys, that's all we have for you today. What is your opinion about AMC stock? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.